Percentage decrease or reduction. A percentage change compares an old value to a new value, but in some cases it might be stated specifically whether it's a decrease or an increase. So when you are given a question, you have to understand first if it's a decrease or an increase. Now, when there is a decrease in something, which means that the new value is less than the old value, that's a decrease. Or say old value is greater than the new value. So if this is let's say 20 and this was 30, so you can see there's a decrease already. Or you can say reduction, whichever form it comes. Percentage decrease, percentage reduction, percentage loss. And the opposite would be percentage increase, percentage gain. So it depends on what you are trying to solve. So now, the steps involved in calculating a percentage decrease, you have to calculate the decrease first. Calculate decrease, divide by the old value, divide by the old value, then you multiply by 100 over 1 to convert it to a percentage. Multiply by 100 over 1, which is 100. You know what we are actually trying to do is to compare the decrease now to the old value. What percentage of the old value has decreased? That's what percentage decrease is trying to figure out. So let's take the first example. The total number of unemployed youth in Nigeria was estimated at 5 million in 1997, and in 2003 it was 1.2 million. Calculate the percentage decrease in unemployment rate. Sometimes it may not be stated as a percentage decrease, but you have to look at it. In 1997 it was 1.5 million, in 2003 it's 1.2 million. This is a percentage decrease. So how do we calculate that? Percentage decrease is calculated as decrease over initial value, or you can say original value. Let's use initial value, multiply by 100 over 1. Then how do we calculate decrease? Our decrease will be our initial value minus new value. So you can rewrite the equation as initial value minus new value over initial value multiply by 100 over 1. Of course, this will be percentage decrease if you are rewriting the equation like that. So our initial value is 1.5 million. That's 1500000 minus 1.2 million. Then our initial value is 1.5 million youths unemployed at 1997 multiplied by 100 over 1. So 1.5 million minus 1.2 million will be 300,000. So we have 300,000 youths. 1 multiplied by 100 over 1. So let's cross out 3 zeros cancels 3 0. 2 cancels 2. So here we have 3 here 1. 3 in 15 is 5. So 1 multiplied by 100 is 100. 100 over 5 is 20. So we have 20% decrease in unemployment rates. So we can look at this and say, okay, over the years from 1997 to 2003, 300,000 unemployed youths have been gainfully employed. So we have a 20% decrease in unemployment rates. So I try to use real life examples, although these questions are fictional, but all these things are what you will use in policy making. When a policymaker says this now, okay, so what has happened over the years that has reduced population, reduced the unemployment rate? We should do more of that and do less of this. So when you are faced with questions in mathematics, it's not actually trying to make your life miserable, but to put you in a position to be able to understand real life situation and provide solutions to real life problems. Another example, a steel company produced 1,008 tons of steel in 2015, but produced 1,002 tons in 2016. What's the percentage decrease in population? So we have said percentage decrease is calculated as decrease over the initial value multiplied by 100 over 1. So our decrease is our initial value, 1,008, minus our new value, 1,002, all over the initial value, which is 1,800, multiplied by 100 over 1. So this becomes 18 minus 12 will be 600. We have 1,800, multiplied by 100 over 1. 2 zeros cancel 2 zeros. 6 goes here, 1 place. 6 goes in 18, 3 places. So we have 1 multiplied by 100 is 100 over 3. And 100 over 3 will give us 33.33%. Always leave your answers in 2 decimal places unless it's otherwise stated. So we can say now that there has been 33.3% reduction or decrease in the production of that steel company, which could be as a result of so many factors. Maybe they decided to start producing something else, or maybe cost of raw material has increased. Whatever it is, the production of the steel company has reduced by 33.3%. Let's take a little bit different example from what we have. Number 3. 10% of Mr. John's salary was deducted as damages fee for reckless use of company's property. If he earns 30,000 naira per month, how much will be paid to Mr. John at the end of the month? Now we have damages fee. So this is a little bit different. Damages fee equals to 10% of his salary, which is 30,000 naira. So which means that his damages fee will be 10%, that's 10 over 100 multiplied by 30,000 naira. 2 0 cancels 2 0. So we have 3,000 naira. This is what is paying as damages fee to the company at the end of the month. 30,000 naira. So now, how much will be paid to Mr. John at the end of the month? Now, he earns 30,000 naira. Salary equals to 30,000 naira. And his damages fee is 3,000 naira. He's going to be charged 3,000 naira for destroying company's property. So that means at the end of the month, Mr. John will have to take 30,000 naira minus 3,000 naira. So we have 27,000 naira. Now, another way you can do that is, since we know that 10% of his salary has been charged as damages fee, 10% of his salary is 3%. That means if he's paying 10%, if he is paying 10%, he has 90% as take home. So we can calculate 90% of 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira. So we have 90 over 100 multiplied by 30,000 naira. 2 zeros cancels 2 zeros. 90 multiplied by 300 is 27,000 naira. So Either way, we are trying to calculate a percentage decrease in something. So there's a 10% percentage decrease in his salary, and we calculated that decrease, which now we have used another name for, damages fee, to be 3,000 naira, and we've gotten how much will be taken at the end of the month.